You know who it is. It's the same old Hookman Go from 2019 back in 2020. So 2019 is officially over and 2020 has now begun. It's actually crazy to think about that 1 year ago today, I had just started the journey of like this financial freedom thing. And I'm already creating some goals to further that pursuit. Man, baby steps really do add up, honestly. Like, it's just crazy how small things throughout 2019 has gotten me to this point and where I am today. Let me know if there's anything you guys did in 2019 that, like, any small thing from 2019 that you want to carry over to 2020. Because honestly, there's a bunch of things I'm going to carry over from 2019 to 2020. A bunch of good habits, a bunch of bad things that I learned from, and it just awesome stuff. So today I just want to talk about what kind of to expect from me in 2020. So let's start with my real estate goals. So I have 3 big goals this year, 3 major goals that I'm gonna put a lot of effort in. So the first one is to finally finish the renovations of the first house. There's been a bunch of holdups. The interior of the house is about 10 to 15 years old, and things are starting to fall apart. So there's some major things that need to be changed, like stoves, heating, all that type of stuff, boilers. That stuff just really holds up the process because it's not as simple as just buying drywall and fixing a patch. Like to install a boiler, you have to get all the piping through and all that, fix the heating systems, you have to go in and check each pipe and all that stuff. So it's been a lot of holdups, but hopefully by the end of March that basement's going to be renovated, the property's going to be cash flowing, and there's just nothing big that I need to worry about besides like typical landlord things. So that's number one. I want to put a lot of effort into this for 3 months here because we're going to try and do most of the work. That's why it's been a lot of hold up because we only have so much time. But yeah, I'm going to put a big effort to push that along. So the second one, there's no real time frame for it. And it's kind of a bit unpredictable. It just depends on the market. But I want to try and look for 2 properties to purchase. I want one of them to be a full cash flowing rental property by the end of this year. Then the second one, it could be another rental property, another cash flowing property, or a potential flip. So the reason why I say a potential flip is because it's not a bad idea to raise some capital if I can. If I can raise enough capital, say we do a flip and we profit 100,000 off of it or 60,000 off of it, that's a whole nother house we could buy that could potentially cash flow, And the market is hot right now. A lot of people are buying, so it won't be a bad idea to do a flip instead of a buy and hold. So 2 properties, basically. One of them going to be guaranteed cash flow, and one of them, they're a rental or a flip. So all in all, by the end of this year, I'd have either 2 or 3 rental properties, and I would have raised my capital this year. But again, remember, it all depends on how the market is. And then the last one, this is probably the biggest one. Well, I guess number 2 is the biggest one, but this one's also big as well. So this one is, I want to start a quote-unquote test construction company. It sounds a bit much, but all it means is just I want to construct a house or do a full renovation by hiring subcontractors to do the work. So I've realized that that's what I do now for my work, and that's kind of what I've always done at my job. Odd to say because my undergraduate degree had nothing to do with that, but I'm into construction management, and for my work I bid jobs and I manage them. I use subcontractors to make material, find people to do the work, all that type of stuff. So it's kind of what I already do. And at my job, I deal with very, very, very large numbers. So I want to downscale that substantially. I'm talking about like $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 project compared to $1 million project, like very small numbers compared to what I do at work. And I just feel like I want to get my feet wet a little bit in this because you never know, this could, if it becomes a successful flip or we have a successful project, I can build on that and maybe eventually make that a company that I create that becomes my full-time job, or I develop it enough where it becomes my part-time job. There's just a lot of potential there, and the market, there's just a ton of construction in Massachusetts. There is so much construction going on, it's absolutely absurd. There's just buildings popping up left, right, center, like everywhere. and I just think there's a lot of potential for that. So I want to dabble a little bit in it. So those are my big ambitions for 2020. Those are my top 3 real estate goals for 2020. Honestly, it's a lot. It's a lot. Number 1 is going to be done 100%, and number 2, I think we can get one guaranteed, like one rental property, but the other one's going to be tough because of the market. And then 3 is just going to be hard. I don't really know when it's going to hit, but I do want to start getting it out there. That's what I want to do. Now, let's talk about my personal goals. So these I haven't fleshed out fully, but I do see a trend of how I want 2020 to proceed. Obviously, I'm going to be carrying everything that I've been doing in 2019, such as the gym, audiobooks, researching, real estate, all that type of stuff. I'm going to take that from 2019 and also carry it with me in 2020. But there are some things that I do want to add in 2020 that will just further benefit my personal gain and my mental health. So I definitely won't let up on the grinding and the whole motivation thing. It'll be hard, long days, but honestly, I've been lazy for so long in my life that this is the time to do it. So I'm just going to suck it up. And I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be long days, but I'm just going to suck it up. That being said, I do want to take time out of my day to start developing my mental clarity and gratitude. I'm going to start journaling at the end of my days just to capture my thoughts and express my ideas with more clarity. This won't necessarily be a daily thing. Instead, it'll be more of my mind is clustered, or I feel stuck, confused, inspired. If I feel philosophical, if I can start writing my quotes down. When my mind is racing, I want to capture it and write that all down. This will help me keep track of my mental and increase my clarity when I think, because I'd have a lot of stuff written down already, so I don't have to keep remembering what I thought. I will also have a journal to develop my appreciation in the world. This is pretty important. I want to try and do this every day. So every day at the end of the day or whenever, I'm going to try and write something that I'm grateful for. The reason why I want to do this is because sometimes I underplay the small things that actually make the biggest difference. Like someone who made you a meal that day, or someone who just smiled at you and made your day so much better because of that. All these small things, honestly, is what makes you happy. And I noticed that in 2019, I was grinding so hard and I felt fulfilled. And motivated, but I did overlook a lot of small things that helped me along the way. Whether it's a simple hello or just a nice conversation with somebody, I'll make sure to capture those moments and make sure that I'm grateful for them before I forget about it. So in terms of personal development, I don't have much, just those 2 things, but I am going to bring everything from 2018 to 2019 to 2020. So it's a lot together, but I'm only going to add these 2 things for now. And maybe I think of something else along the way in 2020, but as of now, those are the 2 major things I want to focus on. I really do think those are going to help me a lot. So honestly, 2020 is going to be pretty interesting. I have a lot of goals and I'm excited for them, but it's also going to be hard. And I'm just excited for it. I'm super excited for it. Another year to better myself and to just try helping others with these videos, with, my friends, the knowledge I have, just however I can help. So let me know what you have set for 2020. And if you haven't set any goals yet, or anything yet, take some time today, take some time this week to just start jotting things down this year. The year is just beginning. You have plenty of time to start, and it doesn't matter if you start a little late as long as you start. Take all the goods from 2019, bring them into 2020, learn from all the bads in 2019, apply that to 2020, and just add some new things. It doesn't have to be a lot. Just add something new. Keep the year spicy, keep the year interesting. That being said, guys, enjoy the start of your new year, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.